Good morning. Today we are going to spend the whole day at the British Museum because what better way to celebrate America's birthday here on the 4th of July than by celebrating the spoils of British colonialism. So we have our leftover scones for breakfast today and this very classy baggie of purloined strawberry jam that we are about to apply to these scones. But we're gonna do it in the classiest way possible because I have my handy dandy nail clippers that I bring on trips to use in place of scissors. So we're about to turn this into a fancy schmancy jelly piping bag. It worked. Ooh, look at our fancy smancy scones. And my beautiful daughter in the background. Neither of us have gotten dressed for the day yet. We're gonna hit up the strawberry jam before we get ready so we don't spill it on our clothes. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We also realized that it's July 4th, so what happened today?
It wasn't today.
What?
It wasn't today.
What do you mean?
What?
Stranger Things.
Yes, it didn't come today. It came out.
Oh, it did?
It came out first.
Oh, well, anyway.
It came out today.
Anyway.
I'm so excited.
We know what we're doing tonight now. No jam left behind. All right, so we got some Starbucks to start the day. We like to go in Starbucks around the world just to see if anything's different. There wasn't really anything different with the drinks, except that they called the refreshers. So Evie got a lime one because she said she's never seen that one in the States before. Things had slightly different names, but that was it. I just got a cold brew. The treats, yes, the treats were different. They had a pistachio raspberry loaf instead of the pumpkin loaf. And that sounds delicious to me, not to Evie.
No, I said that sounds
Oh, that sounds good to you too? Yeah, but we didn't need any treats because we had scones and that amazing jam. But anyway, so we came out and we have entry tickets to the British Museum, but we still have to get in the queue. And the queue, the queue is very, very long, like blocks long. So it is what it is, and it'll be fine. And we have all day to explore the spoils of British colonialism on the 4th of July.
And the good thing is there are a lot of, when we're done here, there are a lot of good shops. So.
Yes, there's tons of kitschy souvenir shops right around here. So we know what we're gonna do after the museum closes too. And then Evie's thinking about some fish and chips takeaway this evening. All right. So, and then it's gonna be Stranger Things, and she wore her Hawkins High shirt in honor of watching Stranger Things tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, Hawkins Middle School, forgive me. Okay, all right. So, hopefully we'll see you inside the British Museum, and hopefully it won't take an hour.
So we spent the day at the British Museum completing the museum missions. These are activities for families where you go through a series of activities in the different galleries. You find things, you perform things, you look for things, you discuss things, and then you have a series of poses that you're supposed to do with the various things that you find in each gallery.
This is a mighty statue of a lion. This one is the goddess Sekhmet. And she was involved in plague and destruction.
She's associated with plague and destruction. She is the difficult find on our mission for the Egypt section.
Yes.
So we are doing missions and we got the audio tour. So we are like combining ways to explore the museum.
So we found the easy item too on the Egyptian mission. It's around the corner here. It's the arm and head of a Amenhotep. Here is his arm from the statue. Okay, and here's the head, right? And in true British fashion, they left the broken bodies in Egypt, you know, so they're on display if you actually go to Egypt, but the arm and the head are here in the museum. So that was the first thing on our mission. Now we have to find the medium thing on our mission, which was this weird stone piece.
I think I found it.
Okay, we have to go find that now? You think you found it?
Okay, so we found the medium thing. And this just might look like a normal piece of rock, but it is the beard piece from the Great Sphinx.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a piece of the Sphinx's beard. You know how you always see the Sphinx? And his
everywhere.
beard's broken off.
And it's right there.
But it's right there. So the discuss topic for our mission is what would be the first law you would pass if you became the leader of your country, like Ptolemy V did when he passed laws that are recorded on the Rosetta Stone.
No idea.
No idea? You got to think about it? All right. The beautiful acting job you just saw was the perform part of our mission, where we had to stand on the hidden rectangle, which is actually a lift elevator that they use to bring objects in and out of storage. So we had to use that as our stage and pretend we were lifting a heavy object.
I think I know.
Okay, so what is your law?
Every single person must save a cat. It doesn't matter what they do with it. Well, it does matter what they do with it. They have to adopt a cat.
They have to adopt a cat,
From
not
a shelter.
like
They have to
not
save
like
one. Like save.
peace or no discrimination or
wait.
everyone has equal rights or everyone
wait.
has none of that. Everybody has to save a cat. So our find mission is to find the two reeds, the buzzard, the hand to mouth, and the eye of Horus. And we've spotted two reeds right there. And we've spotted lots of what we think might be the buzzards. Okay, and we've got another example of the two reeds right there. And we've got some eyes, although they don't quite look like the eye of Horus. So we gotta keep exploring the hieroglyphics. All right. Definitely found hand to mouth on this massive sculpture, but we haven't seen the eye of Horus yet. Keep looking.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, why is there a temple inside a museum? Well, in
1840.
A explorer found all these bits and pieces in ruins and asked the people if they could take it back to British. So they shipped it here and reassembled it inside the museum.
It's called the Nereid Monument. It is Turkish. Right. And the guy's name was Fellows, and apparently he was a big collector and explorer and archaeologist who is responsible for several things in the museum. Well, now we've seen all the bits of the Parthenon, so when we actually go to Greece one day and we go to the Acropolis and we go to the Parthenon, we can be like, all right, we've seen the pieces in the British Museum, right? Yeah. All right. Evie says she's really tired today. I'm sorry, you're so tired, sweet pea. All right, we'll have to pick the next gallery that we're going to explore. Do you want to find one that's got a mission?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're on our Africa gallery mission now. This is the Tree of Life, and we have to find a bird,
a little insect, a big insect. There's another bird,
There's a bird.
a tortoise. Right. And if you look carefully, this whole thing is made out of weapons and shell casings and pieces of metal. So this part of our pose mission is to sit like this on the floor and take a picture of ourselves sitting like this, but I'm not sure how we're gonna do that in selfie mode, and for some reason, Evie doesn't wanna do it. I think we have to try. We have to complete the mission. How are we not gonna complete the mission? Come on. All right, we found one of our finds. This was one of the things on the mission, but I think the things behind us are even more impressive. We found another object, a salt cellar made of ivory. Apparently these were created strictly for visiting foreigners as souvenirs during the 15th and 16th centuries. All right, so our perform component of this mission is to pretend like you are the vendor selling the kofia hats, and you have to convince me to buy it. All right, you're the marketer. You ready? All right.
Extra, extra, come by your beautiful hats. Come by these beautiful hats. Everybody.
But what are some of the features of this hat, madam?
Oh, this hat is beautiful. You can wear it on any special occasion. It has nice, beautiful colors, and it has this nice little tangly thingy.
Oh.
And it is perfect to wear anytime. Would you like to buy it?
Oh, I think I'm more interested in this beautiful model here.
This hat? You
Yes.
want this hat? Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. So this hat has these little dangly pieces, and it's super colorful, so you can wear it with a lot of things. And you can wear it to anything. Which one would you like to buy?
I think I like that one because, yeah,
Okay.
it's got so many different colors in it.
Number 12.
It'll go with all my
Number 12,
outfits.
please.
All right, so the discuss component of this mission was to look at the textiles and this dress. This dress is honoring Albertina Sisulu, who fought against apartheid in South Africa. And the discuss question is, what do you think your fashion sense and your clothes say about you?
And I like that one. So I think that my fashion sense and clothes, what they say about me is that I'm very bubbly and whimsical, and I like to dress up, but sometimes I like to dress casually. So I think it shows, and then most of the things I wear have like print and stuff, like this shirt, and it shows what I like and things like that.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, so another one of our finds was find something with 6 Tanzanian flags on it. Yes. Yes, and it's commemorating the life of this gentleman right here, who is the father of Tanzanian independence. So it's our Independence Day today, and there's someone else who fought for independence from Britain for their country. All right, we found the last thing, this teeny tiny crocodile, and he was supposed to be the medium difficulty.
No, but he was the hardest one.
Yeah, he was the hardest one to find because he was so tiny. All right, shall we go upstairs to the America galleries and do the Mexico missions? It wouldn't be a trip to a museum of anthropology and artifacts if we didn't take a picture with a daddy statue. I believe, as everyone knows by now, when Evie was little, like real little, like 2 and 3, she would call these daddy statues because she thought they looked like Phil. So now everywhere we go, we have to take a picture with daddy statues. They're, you know, from Easter Island, So we are in the Mexico gallery. It is very crowded in here for some reason, lots of school children. And someone keeps leaning on something because the don't lean on the artifacts buzzer keeps going off. All right, but this is the first thing on our find mission. And once again, we found the like expert level one first. It is a lintel from a Mayan ruin somewhere. So, oh, you know what? I bet it's one of these because look, it says it's protected by an electronic beam. I bet someone's leaning on a lintel. All right. So another one of our finds was this rattlesnake, which if you look in the mirror under it, you can see how it was sculpted with the coils under there. And the rattlesnake is also a pose challenge. Evie has to coil as tight as she can, like the snake. So, how is she going to accomplish that? This is the snake pose. Ah, does Evie look like the snake? Very good, good try. The next pose challenge is to pick a scene from a lintel and get your family to copy it. So we're gonna see if we can accomplish this. We ended up picking a different one because we couldn't get the other one to work in our camera footage. All right, let's keep looking for the other parts of our mission. Another one of our finds is this derpy looking animal on this piece of pottery. This is from Cholula, Mexico. So we found the derpy looking pottery. And I believe we've spotted another pose challenge. This beautiful ocelot right here. Let's find out how Evie has to pose next to this ocelot. So our discuss topic is to look at this vase of a dog and talk about what animals live near where we live and what are important to our family. And if we were going to make pottery pots, what would they be? So what animal would you pick to make a cat? Oh, who saw that coming?
No one.
No one saw that coming. So you'd go with cat?
Yes, I would go.
Okay. All right, so we had to find this guy. All right, the turquoise mosaic mask. He was one of our finds. And then this guy right here, the snake, is our look. And we're supposed to count how many teeth he has. So we were getting hungry, so we came to the cafe. We got their little meal deal. So we have a ham and cheese baguette, a little San Pellegrino, and a sweet chili crisp. And for my little Rory Gilmore, so she can wake up, she's got a mocha there. But anyway, this is the Great Court. In the year 2000, for the new millennium, the ceiling was added to it. And there are 3,212 glass panels up there, and no two of them are the same shape. Isn't that fascinating? Right, so hopefully our little lunch here will tide us over so we can explore more of the museum. All right, so here we have this Astrolab, made around 1300. Okay, so obviously this was used as a navigational tool. It was used to mark time, right? Dates by early astronomers.
And the question is, what do we use, our family use nowadays? And look, oh look.
Right there, so there you go. We use a phone,
yes.
Right? We use the maps feature in the phone.
We use the clock, the date, the calendar app. Yeah.
So
all in this little thing.
So here's
we don't have to care
the medieval version, right?
and
here's the modern version. All right, so we have to find all the different vase shapes. So let's see what we're working with here.
The first one.
Okay. All right.
Is.
Okay.
This.
Yes, I believe so.
And then this one's a little bit weird, but I think we can find it. Oh wait, that one.
Is that one of them?
Yes.
We got window glare. Okay. All right. Oh, I think that's one of them too, right? That right there.
Yes, that is one of them.
Okay. And then these guys, we had both of the ones that have the handles at the top with the fat bottom and then the skinny bottom. They're both on there.
There's a really weird one.
Is that one right there?
That is one.
Yeah.
That is one. That's this one.
Yep. I think you're right. Yes.
We found every single one
Right.
except for these two.
Okay. All right.
And those are the weird ones.
Yeah.
So
But I bet we'll be able to spot
yeah.
those. We found the Smiling Pharaoh, which is the first of our finds that we've actually managed to find, because this gallery is really hard.
I think it is the door.
You think that's the door? It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it.
It has hinges.
I know, but it doesn't have the same pattern of books
But
as
it
the one
looks
we're
like
looking
it
for.
does.
We're looking for a secret bookcase door. That's
We
another one of our
found one.
finds.
We found one, but it's not the right one. So apparently there's more than one.
I don't know. They do look like, that does look like a fake door. I agree. But I don't know. We finally found the Hey Tiki from the Pacific. This room is really hard because there's so much stuff in here.
It's like we can't even find the Hercules.
I know. We can't even find the stuff that seems like it should be easy.
We have finally found something else.
Finally found another
We
one.
cannot find anything.
I know. All right, we're still looking for Hercules bust. We're still looking for a Krishna. We're still looking for a Buddha.
Mermaid thing?
And we're still looking for a mermaid.
And the door.
A fake mermaid.
We can't find a single
And the
door
door.
either.
Yes. All right. Yeah. All right. So we're ready for the perform challenge.
This is gonna be hard.
All right.
We found the mermaid though.
We found the mermaid. So you have to describe as many objects as you can in 1 minute, starting with the mermaid.
Okay.
It's only mildly terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Okay, so this is a mermaid that's half monkey and half fish. This is a beautiful box with a weird guy on it. This is a vase. I don't know what you can put in it, but it's a vase and it has flowers and leaves all over. These are 3 teacups with like flowers and trees and pretty colors and patterns. This is something that has a weird guy underneath it with some flowers and stuff. Up here is a bunch of little like circular transcript things with pictures of like storms and people and everything. Now we're gonna bring it over here and we have a big castle, a palace and everything. Then we come down here and it looks like that's like bird heads with a bunch of cute little patterns in it or whatever. And these are some skulls with like snakes and teeth. These are feet. This is a toe. This is a beautiful big toe. They're sandals. Everything is like sandals. This is a little sculpture of a foot. And these are statues of people.
All right, that's it.
So the next challenge is we finally found this though. There's a little bit of glare on it, but my mom, because I can't do the pose that it's doing, is going to be doing this pose.
Okay, so hold on. This hand is like this hand is like this. Okay.
And it is cross-legged, but with the feet on top, and I don't understand how she can do this. And one hand's like that. This is what it looks like. This is what she looks like. And this is what the thing looks like.
Did I
So
nail
realistic.
it? Did I nail it?
She nailed it.
We finally found the Krishna. They hid this one really well. She had to pose like she was playing a flute, like the Krishna down here. That, my goodness, this one was hard to find. Yeah, we totally came over here, and it's not like he's small. That's kind of embarrassing that we
literally walked over here. Like, we were about to walk through the door. And we didn't see that.
We must have been looking for something specific and didn't notice. We're gonna say that. We're gonna say we're not so. Yeah. So we are in the mummy area, the Egyptian death and afterlife. And this one is also super hard. The very first thing we've managed to find is this amulet. Right? We haven't found anything else on the list yet. This one's also very tricky. All right. So on this sarcophagus here, we had to look for this scene with Osiris and Horus and the snake in between them. And then we also had to find this guy. So let's refresh our memory of what we're looking for on him. All right, so we found the bandaged mummy, and this is the discuss question, and it is, how would you feel if your body was preserved and thousands of years from now, you're lying in a museum?
We're looking at it.
Yeah. So what do you think?
It would be weird.
It would be weird?
Yeah, because it's just, that seems weird.
Yeah.
A dead body to be shown to everybody.
It does. I remember at the Museum of Man in San Diego when Evie was 4, was the first time she realized that mummies were actual dead bodies. And they had this whole like children's area explaining the whole mummification process, and it was like interactive, and she was having a great time, and she's like sitting on the like fake sarcophagus thing. It was a kids area. And then she like all of a sudden came to the realization that this was all about dead bodies, and she just had this like whole crisis of conscience right there in the children's museum at the Museum of Man when she was 4. You found another one? No, I think it's a white background on the eyes that we're looking for. All right, so we're gonna keep hunting through the mummy area. So we found 2 more of the finds. This guy here with the beard.
And
okay, and then over here, we found another one of the finds.
It's not.
Yes, it's this one, yes. This amazing mummy of a young bull. So for this one is a pose challenge, and you have to take a picture of your eyes next to these eyes. So let's see how weird this is gonna be. So we found the 2 that we have to do impressions of for the pose challenge. All right, here we have the kitty, and over there is the kneeling woman. So let's get her.
So, the next one
Yeah.
is the Book of the Dead, and we have to recreate a video of our family doing this and bringing an offering to a famous person. I am the person bringing an offering.
Okay, and so you have to say what you're offering and what you want in return.
And what you want in return. And
Okay.
then she's being the
pharaoh?
or goddess. It doesn't matter, it's either a goddess.
Oh, the god. Okay,
Yeah.
the goddess. Okay, so here we go. All right, and action.
Hello, beautiful queen.
Hello.
I am here to offer you this beautiful electronic for $5,000.
For $5,000, you need $5,000 for that beautiful amulet. Oh, well, since it has figment on it,
Yes.
I'll take that deal. Thank you.
Thank you. We found the last thing. We found
Yes.
this scene right
This
here.
scene called the Devourer of the Damned.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that
Yeah.
thing is eating people too.
Yes, from the Book of the Dead. And then we actually think that first amulet we found might not have been the right one.
This.
Yeah, we think it might actually be
That.
this one. But to be fair, they all kind of look the same, right? They're just different sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So, yeah, we
I
did
love the blue. Like, there's
blue is,
more.
like,
Yeah,
beautiful.
there's a ton in here. It's this blue glazed color, and maybe I just haven't seen enough Egyptian artifacts before.
very pretty color.
Yeah, to know that so much blue was used. But yeah. All right, so we've completed the challenge in this gallery.
Yes.
We have, I think there's only one more left
Yes.
in the Roman statuary section. But there's a ton of museum left to explore
Yes.
that doesn't have amazing missions attached to it.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. Oh well.
I'm gonna try and
I do love random Mesopotamian statues.
I'm gonna try and get
I don't know why the ram is in the thicket, but there's a ram in the thicket. So we both went, oh, that's pretty. Apparently it's from Nebuchadnezzar's throne room in Babylon. The British Museum is full of treasures. Just like in the Vatican and in the Louvre, it's like 1,000 degrees in here. And I don't understand how all of these antiquities survive without climate control. But I mean, clearly they do. It's just always surprising to me how hot it is in museums in Europe. There's some sort of creature being eaten by another creature. This is from Persepolis in Iran. It's a recreation of a burial, Iron Age burial that they found in Europe. But look at these really cool glass game pieces that are in here. Aren't those gorgeous?
Bronze Age, an Iron Age bracelet, but it's made from bronze, so it's somewhere between 2,500 and 3,700 years old.
That is
You can
very
try it
old.
on if you can fit it over your wrist.
Hold up the bracelet. Wow. All right, that is cool. Can you believe you're holding something that's that old? And a glass bead from a Roman necklace. Still pretty. This many years later. Very nice.
So, did you want to look at the other.
So you want to see
These
the
are
other
way
stuff?
older. These are kind of Stone Age. So this is the oldest thing I have out. This is a Neolithic hafted axe. Neolithic just means Stone Age. So it's probably between 4,500 and 5,700.
100 years old?
I have to do
Wow.
the math in my head.
Yeah. So that was an axe?
Yep, it would have a handle on the end. There's one kind of around in the gallery over there.
Cool.
And it just sat like this. And you just use it as an axe.
And it's made out of what?
It's made from a material called Waltuff.
Okay.
It comes from the Lake District. And it's a lot like flint, but it's somewhat easier to work with.
Cool.
So the way that these got polished is actually with a leather mitt and a handful of wet sand. So just like this. This one took 6 to 10 hours. A flint axe takes between 18 and 24. So just a lot easier to work with.
Yeah. All right, neat. Thank you so much. In honor of Stranger Things tonight, we've come into the Clock and Watch Gallery. All right, so we have made it around the museum to the last room that has a mission, the Roman Museum, or Roman Statuary, whatever, Roman Empire Gallery. It is 1,000 degrees in here, so hopefully this mission doesn't take as long as some of the other ones. All right, so we had to find this guy right here, and then Evie has to discuss what, if she were to be turned into a statue, what would she be wearing? What would you be wearing?
I wear the outfit that I wore to meet Dippy and everything, like that, the plaid shirt and dress and skirt that I was wearing a couple days ago.
And what would it say about you?
It would say that I hopefully was a famous actor and performer, and that I was a kind person and dedicated my life to saving cats and other animals.
Wow, that outfit would say all that?
Yes.
In your statue?
Yes.
Yes. All right. The look for is to find different types of jewelry. So we had to find rings. All right, we had to find earrings. Okay. We had to find necklaces and pendants. Some of these necklaces have pendants. Okay, there's a bracelet.
Yes.
Okay. Are any of these hairpins or are these just brooches?
Maybe that's.
Is that a hairpin? Maybe these are all just brooches. I'm not sure. But the really cool thing earlier with jewelry, right? We got to hold in our hands a glass bead from the Roman Empire that would have been part of a woman's necklace. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So the perform component on this mission is to use, inspired by the statues and their poses, you have to create a dance routine that you perform. And it says to make sure you're safely away from artifacts while you do your dance routine. Ooh, I also found the cameo. That's one of our poses for later. All right, so she's looking for all of her inspiration. All right, presenting the sculpture-inspired dance routine. That was amazing. Okay, so they're saying that this little dude here is playing the double pipes, which are now lost, but I kind of think he looks like he's challenging someone to a hand slap
So what's the
battle.
challenge?
So you have to pose like him. Working on the finds now. He's one of them. Evie might see another one. Oh, yep, you're right. This incredible piece of art the acrobat on top of a crocodile. Oh, we got to get this from every angle. That is something right there. Do you see any of the other ones? Oh, I did. Yes, look. This is the other one.
Oh, good.
All right.
Okay.
This piece, and it says Phil on it, so we were remembering to look for that. Okay, and now we are looking for that elephant piece, and that'll be the last thing in this very hot room. But thankfully, this one went a lot faster than the other missions. The last two missions in the mummy room and the enlightenment room took forever. Oh, I think you did see it. She did spot it. All right, there's the elephant. We have completed our final mission in the British Museum. So there you go. You got it. She's been saying there's so many statues of men, but the women seem to all be covered up. But apparently there is actually a European tradition of statues where they aren't. All right, so it is 4 o'clock.
Oh, we spent like all day.
We did basically spend all day here, which was good because that was the only thing we had planned for today because we knew it's a huge museum. You know, it's one of those kind of like the Louvre or the Vatican where there's just tons and tons of stuff to see. Smaller than the Louvre, easier to see everything. And I think we pretty much went through every gallery.
Yeah, we did.
We even went through one of the special exhibits, the Feminine Power, the Divine to the Demonic, I think it was called. Evie took notes. She got a book. All right, because she's all into mythology.
I love mythology.
Yeah, and she didn't have a book about Egyptian mythology,
And
so we got one.
a lot of the gods and goddesses in Egyptian mythology are like, are like cats and stuff. And there's a whole section about cat gods and goddesses in this book.
So she got herself a book. So final thoughts on the old British Museum here.
It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the scavenger hunts and adventures.
The missions, right? The
Yeah.
missions were so much fun. So
Do those.
Definitely do those. Even if you don't have
That
little
makes
kids.
it even better. That
Yeah.
makes it a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And they, in addition to those, they do have other just like scavenger hunts for the different galleries where you're hunting for those things. We did download the audio tour app.
It didn't work.
It didn't work very well, so I didn't end up paying the £5 that it was going to cost to
we
get
just did
full
the, like,
access to
free
everything.
thingy. We did.
Yeah.
We got to do like a couple for free.
Yeah.
So we did those.
We did those, and they didn't work very well, so we didn't want to pay for it if it wasn't going to work.
Eventually.
Yeah, they just loaded really slowly. But it's well curated, so you can kind of read everything and still figure out what you're looking at. So definitely a must-do when you're in London.
Yeah,
definitely kind of takes the whole day if you're going to
schedule out.
do it right, do the whole thing. Yeah, so we got here right at 10 when they opened, and we're leaving at 4.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to go hit some of those kitschy souvenir shops we saw across the street and look for some just London-based souvenirs.
Yes.
So we paused for a bubble tea situation. Evie got the vanilla milk, fresh milk.
Vanilla classic, boba, fresh milk.
Yes. Is it good?
It's good.
Yeah. This place is a little bit more expensive than the place in the hipster market, shockingly. But
They're both really good.
Yeah.
I do like the flavoring on this one, but I like the size
Of the other one?
and
Yeah, you complained about the tapioca and the other one being different sizes, and so kind of hard to eat.
but this is good size probably.
Yeah.
So this is good.
All right. Well, I got a coffee milk one, so we'll see if I like this or
I
not.
think you're gonna hate it.
You think I'm gonna hate it?
I don't think you're gonna like the pearls.
I mean, it's fine. It tastes like iced coffee with slimy balls in it. So, you know, if you dig slimy balls, you're gonna enjoy it. Okay, so we have made it back to our hotel room, or our Airbnb, and we got takeaway fish and calamari. I think we may have committed some sort of massive cultural error though, because when we said we didn't want chips, they were like, what? So we don't like the chips. All right, so instead we got crisps of wondrous variety, sweet and salty popcorn, which that's kind of normal, whatever.
That was my choice.
Then we got this mix pack of Cadbury stuff so that we can try all the different kinds. Then we got pickled onion Monster Munch, roast beef flavored Monster Munch, and Thai sweet chicken chips. All right. We also got the chocolate digestives biscuits because that's kind of like, I think that's kind of a classic British thing. And Evie found a strawberry kiwi Fanta she's going to try.
My favorite profile.
Yes, it's kind of like her favorite
It's
flavors.
the flavor.
Yeah, so she's excited to try that. And I just got another San Pellegrino aranciata because I love those.
Stranger Things Part 2.
All right, but first we're gonna taste test everything.
Oh yeah.
All right, so our first round of taste tests are gonna be the crunchy items. Evie insisted upon opening the popcorn, even though I think we both know how that's gonna taste.
No, we don't. This is British.
Oh, it's British popcorn. Oh, excuse me.
Popcorn.
Okay, now on to the weird
I'm
flavors.
gonna try this one first.
Okay, pickled onion.
I don't like onion.
Okay, well let's. It might not even taste like onion.
That smells terrible.
That does smell pretty
I want to try
awful.
it first.
Okay, so it looks like
a claw, like it's
a or an M. Is it Monster Munch? I don't know, but it's like the texture of a Cheeto type situation.
No. It tastes like a weird onion.
It tastes like a pickled onion.
No, it tastes like.
It tastes like pickle
It
and
tastes
onion.
like Funyuns, but with pickledness to it, and I don't like.
Yeah, pickled onion is a thing, I think, in England, because it was on the menu at the fish and chips place as a side you could get. And you pickle onions in the United States too, like you eat cucumber and onion salad that's pickled.
No.
But that's it.
I rate
Straight
that
up,
as 0.
it tastes like pickled onion. All right, next is the roast beef. And you might think that these are like random things, but we've seen these flavors everywhere on other things too. All right, what is this
It
one?
doesn't smell terrible. It smells a weird.
It smells like, well,
want a
it
big
kind of
piece.
smells like roast beef actually. All right, this one
about the-
is round with a claw on it.
I don't hate that one. It's not good, but I don't hate it.
The flavor is not bad.
I definitely like. I think the texture
Yeah.
is a little bit better than that one.
What is the texture like?
It's kind of like.
It's not really like a Cheeto.
It's not.
No.
Like, this one,
It's more
this
styrofoamy.
tastes like kind of like a Funyun, like Funyun texture.
Is that what
I don't
it's
think
like?
You've ever had it. It tastes like a Funyun. It has like a Funyun-y texture.
It's very foam, like
It's
foam,
light.
styrofoamy
Tastes a little
texture.
bit, yeah. I like these.
It
Yeah,
reminds
it's-
me of something, but I'm not sure what. Okay, those are fine. We'll probably eat the rest of those. Okay, this one is the Thai sweet chicken. The Thai and the sweet make sense to me, but add the chicken onto it, and that's where I'm kind of like, what? Because those Thai chili chips we had earlier today, the sweet chili chips, those were actually really good. Okay,
Oh, I just pulled like the most giant one out of the bag. So it's like a Ruffles chip.
Okay. Like I taste a little bit of chicken, but I mostly just taste Thai. I don't like them. I don't like the texture.
I
I don't like them.
I don't like them as much as the other two flavors we've tried. The not tonight, but the other chips we've tried.
Yeah.
The curry is still possibly the greatest chip I've ever had in my entire life. The curry chips were bussin'. Like straight up bussin'. And the sweet chili chips earlier today were pretty good too. But I don't know, something about the chicken on this, not as good. You going back for the roast beef one? Yeah. So we are in the process of consuming our fried seafood here. The cod, she said was better the first night because it's super greasy.
This is like so greasy.
Yeah, it's like so greasy. There's grease leaking out of it.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh. What is this, Mom?
What do you mean? That's just the inside of the. That's what it looks like. That's the bottom of the fish. This. All right, but you like it. It's just super greasy. Yeah, and the calamari is very just like straight up calamari. Like there's nothing super special about it. Yeah, I think that if they had put it in the cute newspaper, yeah, it might have soaked up some of the grease, but you only get that if you get the chips, and we didn't get chips, so we get them in these like to-go containers, so they're just sitting in their grease. Yeah, so note to self.
That's good.
Yeah. And then you get it not soaked in its own grease. Okay, so we are now going to try our array of British Cadbury candies.
So first we're going to try this.
All right, this is a digestive biscuit, chocolate covered, the chocolate kind if you're a Love Actually fan.
Just for the It's just like a good cookie with chocolate.
It's not as it's like graham cracker texture though.
It is.
I was expecting a crispier cookie.
Now we're gonna try the twisted.
Twisted, okay? It's caramel. It's not caramel.
Nope.
It's like a cream.
I like it. Okay, now
It's just a cream of some kind.
Crunch bites.
What?
I think I'm gonna like this. Crunch bite. Oh.
It was crunchy.
No, that tastes like a Crunch bar from America.
But it's not rice on the inside.
Oh yeah.
It's like
I like it.
maybe honeycomb.
Maybe. I do like it.
Right?
Now-
Next is the Dinky Decker,
Oh my.
which is the best name of any of the chocolates.
Oh, that's sweet. It's like it has like a soft and then a crunchy on the top. Oh my god. That's not my favorite.
I don't know what it is. It does have 2 layers.
I am not excited for this one.
What is that one?
Fudge.
Fudge.
Which is the next one.
Okay. I'm still trying to work out what the Dinky Decker is. Fudge is not your jam? Right, this one also has 2 layers.
It's definitely caramel.
Oh, but it's soft. Neither of those layers are crunchy.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is either. But
That's terrible.
how is that called fudge? It's not like fudge at all.
Okay, so the next one.
Okay, what's the next one? The Eclair one.
This is horrible.
It looks like caramel.
Style.
Just take a little nibble.
Ah.
Can you? You can't bite it? Is it hard?
Ah. I'm not even
Oh, it is really
It's
hard.
like hard rock.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, you can't bite that.
Maybe we need to.
We're gonna have to try that one last.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is dairy milk.
Obviously, we tried.
Might just be chocolate. We tried the one that was filled with that had the popping candy
I
in
like
it.
that one.
But it's just plain chocolate.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
good though.
All right. Next is the whisper. What is a whisper going to be?
Yay!
What is it?
It's the holy chocolate.
Oh, like the arrow one. You what? No, no! Don't pull it back out of your mouth, child. Okay, well that's all right because I get the last one because it's the caramel one. All right, and we know Evie doesn't want this. Ooh. It's like the goopy caramel. That one's my favorite. All right, which one was your favorite?
Definitely the whisper
Mm-hmm.
and the dairy.
All right, Whisper and dairy milk were Evie's favorite. My favorite was the caramel one. All right, still trying to figure out the Dinky Decker or whatever it's called. I might have to look that up and find out what's in it. And the fudge one. Did you just finish the cookie? That's fine. That one, I can see why you would have it with like tea or coffee, but otherwise it is just kind of a plain biscuit.
It's good.
Indeed. All right, so that was our attempt at Cadbury chocolate and the digestive biscuits. Okay. So I just put the whole eclair in my mouth, so I just couldn't bite through it. So I softened it up. And then it started leaking in my mouth. What? I don't know. But it leaked something. And now it's just extremely chewy. That one is not my favorite either. We'll have to bring those. Oh, I know. We can bring all. We can bring the extras home and make people try them.
Yay! Okay.
Maybe Dad will like them. Or Granny. You know? Make Bree try all of them.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. Okay.
And maybe Taylor, definitely. She would, I don't know. But she's gonna watch it, so she's gonna know. Okay.